Hey everyone, today on People Now. It is a great day for Swifties. Taylor Swift just dropped her 8th studio album and it is glorious. Plus, is her boyfriend Joe Alwyn a secret writer on some of the songs? We have some fan theories. Tamar Braxton's boyfriend is speaking out a week after she was hospitalized. We'll tell you what he's saying. Jane Goodall is opening up about her life's work with chimpanzees and her headline-making relationship with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Plus,
if she was a real person, I would hope that she wasn't still in college. Because it's been a while.
Gillian Jacobs teases what her character Britta could be doing in a possible Community movie and gives us a scoop on season 2 of her hit audio drama Blood Ties. And this will make you smile.
Shake and turn.
Internet sensation 4-year-old boss baby Brody joins us and is sharing his favorite dance moves. It's adorable. That and so much more today on People Now. Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome to People Now. Happy Friday, we made it. We have a really exciting show today. We are talking to Gillian Jacobs. Also, boss baby Brody is here showing off some dance moves. So a lot to get to, but I don't know about you. I've been listening to the new Taylor Swift album all morning long. I'm obsessed with it, and good thing because it's our first story today. So we have a lot to get to today, starting with this. Taylor Swift dropped a surprise new album. Folklore is here. And now fans are speculating that the singer's boyfriend, Joe Alwyn, may be a secret co-writer on 2 of the album's songs. Taylor announced the LP on Instagram Thursday, and in the caption, she thanked a list of songwriters, including a William Bowery. Swifties were quick to notice there's no registered songwriter or producer by that name, and he was reportedly the only writer she didn't tag in the post. So if this is really a pen name, where did it come from? Well, according to numerous social media sleuths, William could come from an Alwyn family name, while Bowery could be inspired by the Bowery Hotel in New York, where Taylor and Joe spent time early on in their relationship. And we do know they have been isolating together throughout this pandemic. As even more proof, fans are pointing to another time that Taylor herself used a pseudonym with one of her projects. When she wrote Rihanna's 2016 dance hit, This Is What You Came For, with her ex-boyfriend Calvin Harris, Taylor used a fake Scandinavian-inspired name to credit herself. And earlier this year, she had fans convinced that her brother Austin lent his vocals to a reimagined version of her single, Look What You Made Me Do, which was later featured in an episode of the show Killing Eve. The full version of that cover became available on streaming services from the band Jack Leopards and the Dolphin Club, which had no other tracks credited to it. Determined fans also found that back in 2012, Austin temporarily changed his Twitter name to the Dolphin Club. So they're doing a deep dive here, but it seems like they were onto something. Taylor's new album, Folklore, features 16 tracks in total and comes with some moody black and white artwork attached to it. In her Thursday Instagram post, she noted that she's been working on the project while in isolation. On Friday, when the album dropped, Taylor also released a music video for her first single from the LP. It's called Cardigan. In the video, which was written and directed by the singer herself, she is transported to different locations through her piano. And true to what we've come to expect from her, according to Taylor, there are Easter eggs not only in the video, but also the song's lyrics. Tamar Braxton's boyfriend, David Adefeso, is speaking out 1 week after Braxton was hospitalized. On Thursday, Adefeso told The Blast that the singer is battling depression and is currently getting the best available medical attention to strengthen her mental health. He explained that he and her family plan to remain by her side throughout her treatment, and went on to thank her fans for the ongoing thoughts and prayers before asking them to continue, as, quote, Tamar continues on the path to recovery and ultimate happiness. A representative for Braxton told People on Tuesday that she had been transferred to another facility for further evaluation and treatment. The rep added, the outpouring of support that Tamar has received is a testament to the light that she brings to people. Braxton was hospitalized on July 16th after being found unresponsive in her room at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. According to The Blast, she was found by Adefeso. Braxton and Adefeso's show, Coupled and Quarantined, which they live streamed on YouTube, did not air as planned that night. Instead, the channel posted a video statement announcing that the show had been postponed due to Braxton being, quote, under the weather and not feeling well. Braxton's hospitalization unfolded hours after WeTV debuted the new trailer for her series, Tamar Braxton, Get Ya Life, which explores the star's journey with motherhood, love, and her career as she records a new album. In a statement to People, a network spokesperson said, Tamar Braxton has been part of the WeTV family for nearly a decade. We are keeping her and her family in our thoughts and prayers and joining with her fans, sending strength and healing at this difficult time. All right, now moving on to this scary story. A news reporter learned that she had cancer after a viewer noticed symptoms during a broadcast. WFLA8 Tampa Bay reporter Victoria Price shared on Twitter how she got an email from a concerned viewer who noticed a lump on her throat. The viewer said it reminded her of her own lump, which ended up being thyroid cancer. Price wrote on Twitter how if she had never received that email, she never would have called her doctor, and what turned out to, in fact, be cancer would have continued to spread. She called that a scary and humbling thought and went on to thank the thoughtful viewer for being on her side. In response to a follower's request to share a clearer picture of the lump, Price posted this screenshot of a recent WFLA8 broadcast and wrote in part in the caption, "It's not super obvious unless you know what to look for. The tumor is in the middle of my thyroid, pushing the glands up and out, hence the subtle protrusion." Price also revealed to her followers that she would be taking some time off from work and undergoing surgery next week to remove the tumor, her thyroid, and some of the nearby lymph nodes. But she says doctors are hopeful this will be her first and last procedure and promised she would see everyone soon. In this week's issue of People, we are spotlighting a mother-daughter duo who are completing their medical residencies together.
Yeah, I love this story. Dr. Cynthia Kuji-Sylvester vividly remembers the day she knew she was going to become a doctor. When visiting Ghana in 1989, a female stranger who needed urgent help for her sick daughter approached the then 19-year-old. Cynthia remembers saying, "It was in that moment that I knew I wanted to be a physician." But just 1 year later, Cynthia became pregnant with her own daughter, Jasmine, while she was a student at Tulane University and had to put her dreams on hold.
Instead, she became a nursing assistant and eventually worked her way up to nurse practitioner over the next 10 years. With help from her family, Cynthia, who raised Jasmine as a single mom, had finally saved up enough money to go to medical school in 2013. Cynthia says, even though it was a long uphill journey, it shaped her into who she is today.
And here's the twist. In 2013, her daughter Jasmine was a junior at Louisiana State University and had already decided to follow in her mother's footsteps, telling us, "My mom always inspired me to be everything that I wanted to be." Now, after the mom and daughter duo worked their way through med school and graduated in the same year, they began their residencies together on July 1st through the LSU Health System.
And although Jasmine is in her residency at LSU Health in New Orleans pursuing general surgery, and her mom is nearly 200 miles away in Lafayette focusing on family medicine, they're as close as can be, with Cynthia saying that her daughter has always been her rock. She adds, "We're in this together." Congrats to these two doctors. Such an inspiration to work hard and follow your dreams no matter what.
All right, stay with us. It's National Tequila Day, and we're celebrating with Terramana Tequila founder Dwayne Johnson. Plus, we're joined by the 4-year-old internet sensation that's bringing everyone joy, one dance video at a time, Boss Baby Brody. Stick around.
This year, Dr. Jane Goodall is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the day she began her groundbreaking research on chimpanzees. And in this week's issue of People, she's opening up about her life's work and so much more, including why she never married again after her second husband, Derek Bryson, died when she was just 46 years old. Watch.
I didn't meet the right person, I suppose, or potentially the right person. I had lots of men friends, many. Had lots of women friends too, and my life was complete. I don't need a husband. I'm here now with my sister, her daughter, her daughter's fiancé, 2 grandsons. So I'm perfectly content. And many, many friends, wonderful friends. That's what I miss about being stuck here.
Goodall also looked back on her time with her first husband and the father of her only son, Baron Hugo van Lawwick, who she met when he photographed her in 1962 in Tanzania.
No, Hugo and I, it seemed perfect. We both loved animals. We both loved being in the bush. But then when he couldn't stay in Gombe anymore because the Geographic stopped funding him, he had to go off and do his own thing. You know, he couldn't just stay. And for a while, I was with him. I went with him. But, you know, I needed to get back to Gombe. I built up the research station and I had to. That was my thing. And so we sort of drifted apart. And I think that was sad for our son. But he survived it okay. And so it was sad, but I think it was better we began to bicker. And I think it was better that we separated than tried to make it work. and went on bickering and being apart.
Now 86 years old, Goodall has a rich life and says she's busier than ever. Instead of traveling 300 days a year like she did pre-COVID-19, she says she's now fundraising for her nonprofit, the Jane Goodall Institute, fighting to protect chimps and the planet, educating the world about eco-programs, including the 1 Trillion Trees campaign, writing articles and op-eds, taking leisurely walks around her neighborhood with her dog, and keeping in touch with friends and family via video chat. Yeah, we would say that she knows how to keep busy.
She sure does. And speaking of friends, we got the chance to ask Goodall about her headline-making relationship with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Here's what she had to say about that.
Prince Harry is great. He's really great, and Meghan too. I only met them 3 times. There's all this stuff in the press about being best friends, which is absolutely stupid. We're not best friends.
Too? I didn't even know that.
No, if you look at, I get it on.
Oh no.
And it's so silly.
Yeah, reports about Goodall being best friends with Meghan and Harry aren't the only things she finds silly. Turns out, being a former baroness isn't all it's cracked up to be.
That was stupid. I mean, I didn't want to be a baroness. But anyway, in Holland, they're 2 a penny. I mean, if you're a son of a baron, you become a baron. If you're the son of that baron, you become a baron. It just goes down, and you become a baroness if you marry a baron, and it's all stupid. It doesn't, it's silly. And I hate being a dame as well, because to me, a dame is a man dressed up as a woman in a pantomime. It's a stupid thing. Men get the honor of being knighted. That's lovely, but being made a dame, ugh.
I love how she keeps it real. For more on Dr. Jane Goodall's incredible life, pick up this week's issue of People on newsstands now. All right, now we move on to this.
Leg out.
And do this.
Are you following the 4-year-old dance sensation Boss Baby Brody on Instagram yet? If not, you better start right now. His page has over 300,000 followers who live for his unmatched confidence and daily dance videos. Brody Schaefer and his mom Danielle joined me on a video call and shared with me everything from Brody's journey to Instagram fame to his favorite song. Take a look. Brody, I'm loving the jacket. Look at this. And the pants. I'm so jealous. You are dialed in, my friend. Yeah, dance it out. Brody, I've got a question for you, Brody. How does it feel knowing that you have so many people that love to watch you dance? How does that make you feel?
Happy.
Yeah.
I feel my passion and love, which is my feelings, and I look forward to it.
Well, Danielle, talk to me a little bit about that, explaining to Brody that he's got this huge internet presence and all these fans at this point. How does that play out for you as a mom?
For me as a mom, at first I was a little nervous about it, even though I have an internet presence and I am like a blogger.
Right.
I still felt nervous, like that the baby was getting all this attention. He's my, youngest of 4, but I realized that he's spreading so much joy and passion and inspiration for other people that I actually love it now for him. Yeah. And he doesn't understand how many people actually follow him, but he's really inspiring so many, I would say the masses.
For sure, and I think, we all kind of want positive energy right now. How long has Brody been dancing? For people that are just kind of catching on right now, how long has it been going on?
So he's only 4 years old, but he's been dancing since he's about, I would say 12 months old, I noticed.
Brody, I've got a question for you. I wanted to know, what's your favorite dance move or your favorite style of dance? Do you have one?
I like to shake my body, I like to turn and point, I like to shake and turn and leap and like dance moves, like everything.
Do you like ballet?
Yeah.
Tell him.
I love ballet.
Oh, you love ballet? Yeah. Well, I've seen some of those videos and you do such a good job. Who's your favorite dance partner?
You need to tell me what's my favorite song.
Wait, one more time. Say it again.
You need to tell me what's my favorite song.
Oh, what's your favorite song?
You have to guess.
Oh, you want me to guess it?
Nutcracker, hip hop, and ballet, and jazz, and Nutcracker. I love everything.
Oh, Nutcracker. Okay. Wow, you've got a broad spectrum of interest.
But he's been dancing, honestly, before before he could walk, he was shaking his body. And I noticed he had like a groove about him that was so different than my other 3 kids or myself. He does not get his dance moves from me.
Well, who does he get him from?
Where do you get your dance moves from?
I don't know.
You know, it could be his grandma from Okinawa. She's a Japanese dancer. It could be from her. And I feel like it honestly comes from his soul. This is something you can't teach. What Brody does is it's something you can't teach.
Really quickly for you, Danielle, you mentioned you've got an online presence, you're a blogger, you're a podcaster. You talk about a lot of topics, and with that success and that audience comes good and bad. You get criticism for things. How do you deal with criticism and people that are kind of naysayers about, having a star child and things like that?
Oh, you really honestly have to ignore them. There's something wrong. The minute I first had a person say something negative, I actually cried because I was so worried. Like, what if this person was my child's parent and she clipped his wings and didn't let him be his true, authentic self? That would never be good for someone so expressive like Brody. So the naysayers, I just pray for them, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you just gotta pray for them.
You pray for them. That's such a good attitude about it. What is your advice for parents who have kids that they realize are starting to express themselves and kind of to embrace that? What do you say to parents that want to have encouragement that way?
I think that the minute that you let them be who they are is the minute that you're unlocking their passion. And that's the biggest thing, is let your child lead the way with your guidance, of course, but see what they're passionate about, and don't be afraid if it's different, if it doesn't stick to, gender norms or stereotypes, or just let them be.
Like, you need to feel your passion.
You need to feel your passion. That's correct. And he does, and he's a very happy child. As long as we teach, he's showing you his point. As long as we teach them to be kind, to inspire others, let them shine. It's the best thing in the world, and Brody is a happy child. As long as he's happy and kind, we're doing a great job. And that's what I say to other parents is, find their happiness, let them unlock their passion, be their true and authentic selves, and be
yourself.
Be yourself and be a cheerleader on the sideline. And kiss your feelings.
I feel good. I like my colleagues on the faculty. I love my work. And now I can finally say, I'm not afraid anymore. Although I should be. Because as bad as last winter was, this summer's going to be so much worse.
That was Gillian Jacobs' character, Eleanor Richland, facing her fears and skydiving at the beginning of season 2 of Wondery's audio drama, Blood Ties. Now, the hit scripted podcast is back, with Gillian and Josh Gad playing siblings who continue to discover disturbing new revelations about their family business. When I spoke to Gillian, we covered a lot of ground, talking all about the show and what it was like recording from home. Plus, I got the scoop on her new movie about a character returning to her alma mater and how she feels about her own college experience at Juilliard. And then finally, we discussed the possibility of a community movie and what that could look like for her character, Britta. All that now. Watch. Let's talk about season 2 of Blood Ties. It was recorded entirely at home. That's part of the world we're in now. What was the best part of that for you? What was the biggest challenge?
Well, the thing that I think was really smart was they still had us record together at the same time, even though we were each in our individual homes. So we would log on to like a Zoom browser. So we were in real time recording it with each other. And that's one of my favorite things about working on this project, is getting to do the scenes live with Josh Gad and Wayne Knight and Amy Landecker and all the amazing people in the cast. So that was my favorite part about it. And then thankfully, the sound engineers from Wondery are very patient people, because they had to ship me all of the recording equipment and pieces, and then very patiently talk me through setting it up.
Getting the levels right, make sure the connection's right, the whole thing.
That took several meetings, and then eventually we got somewhere. So yeah, it's a real miracle.
Number one thing you learned about Josh Gad that maybe was surprising?
He's got a stronger Wi-Fi connection connection in his house than I do.
Wi-Fi on point. He's pouring his money into the Wi-Fi. Okay. Apparently me too, because I've got a bad connection these days. I would imagine that's one of those things, you get the script and it's like, whoa, we're doing what? Did you have moments like that where it's like, I can't believe they're taking it in this direction?
Yeah, I mean, that's also the cool thing about doing an audio drama is there's no budgetary limits on what can happen, because you don't have to film it. So they can really, season 2 starts with my character skydiving. And I'm a very afraid person. So it's great that I got to do that in an audio drama where I didn't actually have to.
Well, that is great. And I was actually going to ask you about that exact thing, because in season 1, I know she was terrified of planes. Now she's skydiving. So there's this theme of breakthrough, right? Facing your fears.
Yeah.
I just wondered if for you personally, and I guess you mentioned there, you're kind of afraid of that, but is there a particular moment that you've had a breakthrough like that in something that was really challenging for you?
Anytime I've had to do any kind of stunt, I remember I had to jump over a couch one time on Community, and the whole crew started laughing because I was so awkward.
Jumping over a couch?
Just jumping over a couch. And so I think anytime I can successfully do anything, I'm in these Fear Street movies that who knows when they'll come out now. We shot them last year.
Right.
But I had to do some running and stunts in that. And anytime I was able to do something physical, it feels like a real accomplishment for me because I am an uncoordinated, awkward person.
Yeah.
So they're small victories, maybe from the outside, but they feel momentous for me.
Yeah. With Blood Ties, do we think there's going to be a season 3? How do you feel about it? Have you heard?
I haven't heard anything, but I think everyone was very pleasantly surprised and excited by how well season 1 did. And I'm hopeful, people enjoy season 2 so we can get to keep going because it's been a real gift for me. I'm, a devoted podcast listener myself, so it feels really cool to be part of that whole world now.
And look, it works really well in this audio form, but because it's so successful and we know how Hollywood works, let's just do more and more. Have there been talks of a TV or movie adaptation or anything like that? Has that bubbled up at all?
I've heard rumblings, but nothing definite, but I'd be open to hearing more if somebody has an idea. It's such a great character for me, selfishly, she's a terrific character. So as long as they find a way to not have me do the skydiving scene.
As we've determined, they need to budget out a lot of stunt teams. That's as long as they can do that. You're like, I will take a pay cut in order to have a larger stunt team.
That's reimagining the opening of season 2. Other than that, I'm ready to go.
Oh, so you've also got this great movie coming out in August. It's called I Used to Go Here. It's opposite Jermaine Clement. What's the funniest, wildest, best memory from that experience for you?
What I enjoyed about it, I think, really was getting to know the cast of the movie. So I had met Jermaine briefly before, but he's so great in the film. And then there's a whole cast they all play college students who are currently attending the college that my character graduated from. So there's Hannah Marks, Josh Wiggins, Forrest Goodluck, all these, Brandon Daly, all these amazing actors, some local Chicago actors, other actors that you'll recognize from life. And so for me, the real gift was much like my character in the film, getting to know this group of people and hang out with them in the summer in Chicago.
That's really cool. And yeah, for people who don't know, the sort of summation of it is this girl goes back to the college she went to, kind of starts hanging out, partying with some of the current students there, a lot of reckoning with who she used to be, that kind of thing. You went to Juilliard, right?
I did, yeah.
That. If you would go back, what stands out to you about who you were then versus who you are now?
Oh my gosh.
I'm digging deep here.
Oh, well, I wrote a whole essay about my time at Juilliard, actually. I didn't have a great time there. I think also because I was young and kind of sheltered growing up and had a lot of emotional maturity to achieve. So Juilliard's a weird place where you're in a class, I was 17 when I started, and we had people all the way to 26 and everywhere in between. And so it's a very strange and unique college experience to have when you're in class with people, of that age range and you're all in school together. I think I would like a do-over on Juilliard all over because
total redo, yeah.
Total redo because I, was so overwhelmed by living in New York City, having only visited there maybe twice before, and being in class basically from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. I mean, it's a very
it's
intense college experience.
Yeah.
It's an intense college experience. So I'd like a complete do-over. But I think the best part of it is that it gave me amazing skills as an actor, hopefully. And I mean, I got to know incredible, extraordinary people. And I don't know what my life would have been like had I not gone there, but it was not easy for me.
Let me change it to this. If you could go to yourself pre-community, what advice would you give yourself for what was to come?
Oh my goodness. Well, I think I had a hint that the show had the potential to be something extraordinary when I read the pilot, because it actually laugh out loud, and not all comedy scripts make you laugh out loud.
Right.
So I think I had an inkling, but I would just say, you've really lucked out in terms of the people that you're going to get to work with. And I really did at the time just try to absorb everyone else's performance and steal from them, but I would tell myself to do it even more. Just steal more from Jim Rash and Donald Glover and Joel and Allison and Yvette. Just keep stealing from them, because it was really kind of it was like going to grad school for me, being on that show.
Joel McHale actually was on our show last month and told us that the possibility of a Community movie is closer now than it's ever been. That's exciting.
That is exciting.
What do you think about that?
Joel usually knows more than the rest of us. We're all still in touch. I love all of those people so much. Like I said to you, I learned so much from them.
Right.
And it really was much like the study group on the show. We were a family as a cast. So I miss them all, and I would love to get to work with them again. I have more to steal. I have to learn their new moves.
If you had the blank slate, the writer's ear for where your character would go in a possible movie, what would the storyline be? Have you thought about where she is?
No, I'm not. I have not thought about that at all. You both hope they're not still at the college, but then it's that's the thing that anchors them all together.
Kind of the point, right?
If she was a real person, I would hope that she wasn't still in college, because it's been a while.
Yeah.
But in terms of the necessity of the script and what binds them all together, maybe she's a professor.
Right, that's what I was going to say. Maybe she's teaching
now,
or mentoring some study group as a leader.
Ooh, I mean, it's ripe for comedy.
Yeah. Last question.
I don't know.
No, well, I was just going to say the likelihood or possibility of a reboot.
Who knows?
Who knows?
All I know is, who knows? I like I said, I love that cast. I love those people. I feel happy when I'm with them. So I am open to hearing more.
And remember, you can listen to Gillian Jacobs in season 2 of the audio drama Blood Ties. New episodes drop on Wednesdays and are available to stream on Wondery Plus, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and more.
Hey everybody, so we are here on the set of my new movie, but something special is going on. There's a focus group here, and they are taste testing my new tequila. This is the very first time that I participated in any kind of taste testing, certainly surprising people, so this is gonna be a lot of fun. I hope they like it. Let's go inside and surprise them. Hey guys. Hey, how you doing?
I'm Telvin.
Good.
How would you react if Dwayne Johnson walked into the room like that? I'd probably freak out. If you're one of his almost 200 million followers on Instagram, you might already know that he welcomed his small batch tequila brand, Terramana, into the world this year. Around the time of its release, we got that focus group together to give it a blind taste test. And since today is National Tequila Day, we are celebrating by taking a look back at all of the fun.
That's right. And as you can see, they love the tequila and, of course, getting to meet Dwayne Johnson. No big deal. After the big surprise, he also opened up about the inspiration behind the name Terramana and the special little tribute to his family that can be found on every bottle. Watch.
Terramana means spirit of the earth. So terra in Spanish is earth. And mana in Polynesian language, I'm half black and half Samoan. my Samoan side, the Polynesian side, we have a word called mana, and mana means spirit. And something cool I want to show you guys. So at the bottom, what you'll see, it's kind of like a little Easter egg. Embossed is a word that says, it's kind of like flipped and turned. It says Tijasi. And so Tijasi is a word that combines my 3 daughters' first names, Tia, Jasmine, and Simone. So to give the consumers like you guys an understanding of just how much I believe in this and how I want it to be a legacy.
All right, coming up next week, TikTok superstar Addison Rae is putting one of our People editors to the ultimate dance test. And we'll tell you how you can get in on the fun. Plus, OT Fagbenle and Chris Maloney will be here to tell us all about their new Hulu series, Max. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you all back here on Monday.